The Voices for Just Climate Action team visited Kakamega Children Remand Home to celebrate the Children's Service Month that is held every year from 1st to 30th of November. The theme for the Children's Service Month 2023 was Child-Centered Justice System, and the activities planned for the month included sensitization on Children's Act 2022, visit to child holding facilities, backlog clearance in child cases, and stakeholder engagement. During this visit, the team, in conjunction with Kakamega Law Courts, planted trees within the remand home as a way of mitigating climate change and educating the children at the remand home on the species of trees and the importance of tree planting. The Voices for Just Climate Action team interacted with kids at the remand home, and the children raised a number of issues that they felt should be addressed. Among them was delayed cases, which has led them to stay at the remand institution longer than expected. Some of the kids also noted that during an arrest, some of them have had their fingerprints taken at the police station by the police, which is against the law. Another child noted that their right to education is being infringed upon as they are not able to study and continue with their school coursework. The judicial officers from Kakamega Law Courts, led by the presiding judge, Honorable Dalmas Ohungo, had this to say on the issues raised by the children.
Some of the things that we have learned in this remand home is the level of congestion, and that is a big question of big concern to us as the judiciary, because well, we cannot talk about the rights of children, observing and respecting the rights of children, when we are not mindful of the circumstances and the conditions in which we keep them. We realize that the congestion, of course, is also partly caused by ourselves within the judiciary, in the sense that it's a remand home, so the children who come here are sent here by us. But we do that again in the process of dispensing justice, which there's a requirement that they'll need to be kept somewhere. So even as we send them here when we have no choice to, we still have an obligation to find ways of keeping their stay here very brief by fast-tracking their cases, using all the means that the law allows us, including plea bargain, but also sensitizing other justice actors so that they can also, divert some of these cases before they reach the court.
We also got an opportunity to talk to Honorable Lady Justice Kelly on the right to education of the kids, and this is what she had to say.
These are children in the conflict with the laws. Of course, there are challenges with the government having no enough resources sometimes to have these children assessed to school. Of course, we volunteered as a court to at least avail some reading material in terms of getting a kind of a library for the children to be able to access material, so that the day they go back to school, they are not strangers to books. And that will also keep them interested in matters of education. It will be good if such homes, at least they have some tutors of some sort to just keep these children interested in learning, and they be given credit by the system when they go back, such that if a child left when they were in standard 4, then if they have been out for 3-4 years, the government then looks and assesses them according to what they know and places them not in the class where they were, but in a class which is suitable, but possibly a higher class, so that they will not be discouraged in getting to the education system. And also they will be a good fit, because you can imagine if a child lives here at 18 and they have to go back to Form 1, if they left at Form 1, they may not be a good fit and they may not be comfortable, because those are not their age mates. So I hope something will be done, and those are some of the things which would require reforms in the rehabilitation sector and that is something, of course, as a court we are calling for.
The issue of the children's fingerprints being taken were answered by Honorable Joseph Ndururu, Senior Principal Magistrate, Kakamega Law Courts.
The issue of fingerprints being taken from children, that is part of investigations, and that is done by the police. So I guess it's the police would be able to explain in what circumstances do they take fingerprints and in which circumstances do they not require to take fingerprints. If we agree that children are children and that anything that happens when they are children should not be allowed to affect their future, is a good policy. And if the taking of the fingerprints has the intention of keeping a permanent record, I think that would be unfair to the children.
Some of these issues were handled very well by the judiciary and the paralegals and advocates present within Voices for Just Climate Action team. Reporting for Voices for Just Climate Action, HIVOS East Africa and Legal Resources Foundation Trust, my name is Judy Mora.